Hi again, it's Pierre in the garage. Last time we worked on the angle plate. We discovered that there was one plane on this plate that wasn't up to up to standards to be usable. So we found out which one it was. This side, it was kind of bulging a little bit, and we had to remove material mostly on this end of the plate there. So when we work with multi surfaces or multi-planes that are interrelated, we have to bear in mind that we start with one or the least different references as possible, because you want to always work. Let's say this one, we determined that it was a right surface to start with. It was straight and it was good. This angle there was nice. The dimensions from here to there, from the side there, was good. So these were going to be our starting references. And from there, we dial up this side, and it's installed in this direction in the mill. We dial up this side up and down, make it as straight as possible within our tolerances, and the edge there on the top, we dial that too to get like within tolerances there too. First time I tried in the regular 6-inch like 115 millimeter and 15 centimeters, sorry, vise with about 60 or 50 millimeters to about 2.5 inches high jaws. The problem is it doesn't have much stability. Mostly this side here is pretty irregular to try to clamp on and just make solid and get good reference. So I'll show more in details at the end, but roughly what I did is 2 big blocks. Install those were precision blocks though. 2 big blocks install and held together by a big bolt. 90 degrees. Same thing on this side there, 90 degrees too. It would hold the this surface here, like, and those two tighten together, straight, vertical, and hold this vertical too, with maybe a little bit of correction as you will be seeing, and with the screw jack in the middle to hold this like from balancing. Not a setup for huge cuts, but you see that it's pretty efficient for final results. So let's go to the machine and let's make some chips, and I'll explain everything as it goes on. Okay, at first I was planning to use the vise of the milling table, which was usually installed there. So I removed the vise. Table is nice, flat, tram cleaned up and everything. And I've got those 4 big 3 inches, and that's 4 inches high. It's half the height of the big square, but I think with some little care I'll be able to set it up and make things straight. And the advantage of the table itself is I got bigger surface, and also as you know, the risk of being much flatter than the bottom of a vise, or just like sturdier, also a sturdier clamping area. I'll get this going and show you what how I'm going to set it up and what surface I'm going to use. Okay, now as you can see in the back, I have some 3 by 3 and by 4 inches high blocks. These blocks here on both sides of the plate, and they're taken into like a 90-degree angle on the corners there. And this bolt here holds them like you got threaded holes there. and corresponding on the other side to a non-threaded hole. So this bolt holds them like a 90-degree angle. They're sitting on the table with the table clamps, and if we get to the front, you see that it's holding. Just let's go to the side first. Like this line here, which corresponds to the front of this block, holds the back of the back of the plate, and also let's put some light on it without blinding anybody. Okay, I think that's better. I had to put a little piece of paper. I don't think we see it very well there. Oh yeah, we see it. I had to put a little piece of paper there to make the angle a little bit more forward, because there's a tiny, a few thousandths of difference to the being perpendicular. But we can say that's pretty good though. And let's see how this comes. Okay, now we're seeing the back of the plate being adjusted. The indicator is rubbing right on the back of it, and I'll raise the table for a few inches, and you see how it's like perpendicular. I'd be happy with 1/2,000 or something. Let's raise the table. And we're about 2 inches high, and we're about 1/2,000. Can you still see, or are we? Oh yeah. Which I think is for me pretty decent setup. And we'll machine the top, taking like a very light cuts, because it's not a it's not a very it's a sturdy part, but the length of it makes it more prone to vibrations. As you can see underneath, I've got a screw jack that holds it to be like steadier, because this this plate is like 8 inches or 200 millimeters. This shows underneath the sides of the plate are leaning on this side of this block, which is very very close to being perpendicular, within a few tenths. And the other side there, same thing. It's holding the balance in this direction too. So I should be pretty close from having a good reference sides and reference surface when I'm finished skimming this part. Okay, I'm using a 4-inch surface cutter with a carbide insert. This should be cast iron. I haven't tested it, but we'll see soon enough with the chip it does. I'll just line it up with this part there. Touching. Zero this. And we'll go to the other end, see how many thousands we have to remove. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is about what I expected. We're going to be removing about 6 thousandths. And almost don't feel the difference between the two levels, so it means we're very, very close. And powder like this is cast iron. Works nice, but it's messy. I'll be doing a few passes. I don't want to hog this material too harshly. Let's go start at the front. Okay, we're pretty much close to limit, but we'll use the advance and this a little bit more. And I'll take maybe 2,000. I'll do it about 2 to 3 passes. I know it's not my usual doings. I usually grab a lot, but this time we'll go easy. Let's go. We're taking about 4,000. You do not put any oil or lubrication for a cast iron. Oh, what a jump. Just about no vibration, that's pretty good. And if we feel and look at the end of the that cut there, we feel a few thousandths, like we're pretty even. Finish is nice, messy but nice. And let's go for another cut. Okay, we're having there, I'll watch my fingers, we're having there, see, not perfectly even bottom for this, it's still like left over there, but we still have about 3,000 to come up, and let's take them. Okay, it's going in, finish is nice. This time I'm going to do some kind of a spring pass to allow for a little bit of vibration. I guess you're all anxious to see what it did. So let's clean this up. You see the general finish on it. It's showing a little bit of a reflection, but this is a reflection light. No, just let me get okay, there's absolutely nothing we feel. Even here, this is the joint lines from the two edges of the cutter, but there's absolutely nothing you can feel. It's just the pattern changing. And here, same thing. It's a very smooth surface. We got everything almost mirror finished. We got everything just cleaned up. All I have to do now is go take a few measurements and also do a little bit of a deburring on the sides. Okay, this shows the setup where the plate will be inserted. I'll back up a little bit and I'll try to do some installation so you can see how it was installed. Okay, I had two little pieces of shim on top there to compensate for the little bit of angle I had. Anyway, they were there, even if they don't hold right now, and these are pretty tight. This gives me my alignment in this direction. I'm perpendicular, and just move this in there, and I had the C-clamps, one there and one on this side here. There we go, one there, catching about in the middle of the block here, and that was holding with a screw jack. This is the way the setup was made. Let me just get this out of there. There we go. We'll go in the measuring the metrology table, and we do some testing. Okay, if you remember the at first when I was measuring with my branded block and this angle, I would be able to get the okay, this is a 1.5 thousandth. I was able to bring the 1.5 down there and up to about here, and I was also able to insert, I think, between 5 and 7 thousandths. Now the 1.5 doesn't go in any direction whatsoever, not even on this one. And on this surface, the plate, the angle plate, was kind of a rocking on itself, you know, like it was pivoting on some uneven surfaces or whatever. Just now it's just like it's very stable. It's just like, even like if you feel something, oh fuck, not him again. Boom! Any. Okay. When you get something that's really flat to the surface, mostly like very precise surface like these, you get almost suction, and just like when I get to lift it, it's just like gives me a little suction, and it's normal. It's sign that those two surfaces don't let air in, you know, like very easily at first. And if you slide them, it just, after you push them a little bit, they go easy, just almost skating on air, like this one here. If I don't, you know, if I give it a little swing, it will go right down. It's an easy slide, but this is pretty heavy and it slides very nicely. Once it's started, it makes some kind of a little cushion underneath. But just to give you final surface check on this. Let's go easy for the table.